Good job, everyone. Have we got a show for you tonight? World-exclusive game trailers, new hardware edition reveals, new services coming to Europe, and, of course, we have a big pre-order announcement, so stay tuned.
Ja, herzlich willkommen hier in Cologne, in Köln, that's how we say it in Germany. So, on tonight's show, we've got exclusive news on the hottest titles coming out soon for the Xbox One family and Windows 10 PC. But it's not only going to be us talking tonight. No, we have an amazing lineup of special guests that flew in from all over the globe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Plus, if you're watching on Mixer and signed in on your Microsoft account, you'll have the chance to get your questions answered and be with the running to win some exclusive swag, like these special Design Lab controllers. But a bit more on that a little bit later on. In fact, every single person watching on Mixer and logged in with their Microsoft account will receive the Xbox Gamescom Mixpot, which, wait for it, includes the T15 new recruit kit for World of Tanks, the Commander's bonus supply drop for Battle Islands Commanders, and the custom Warpaint DLC for Halo Wars 2 and Breathe.
I love a good Mixpot, me. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, I know some of you at home are probably thinking, hold on, somebody's missing.
Hey.
Let's all have a moment of silence for Major Nelson.
Where?
No, he's okay. He's okay. He just couldn't be. He just couldn't be at Gamescom with us this year.
Yeah.
But it's not the same without Major Nelson, is it? So I think if you
that's
stick
true.
around, he'll be making a very special appearance later in the show.
Wait,
So
what do you mean?
Is he here?
Is it like going to be a weird
he's
surprise
hiding
thing?
somewhere in the building.
No, but don't
and
say
Julia's
that.
going to have to try and find him.
No, but I'm going to be like looking over my shoulder the whole show now, expecting
Don't
him
be
to just
daft.
like pop up from
Right,
behind.
now listen, let's talk about Gamescom, right?
Okay,
What is your favourite things about Gamescom?
Okay, well, Gamescom, of course, for me, is all about the gamers. So E3 is kind of like the big announcement.
Yes.
Gamescom is when everyone gets their hands on. So you have all the flashy trailers, blah, blah, blah. You come to Gamescom and you really get to see what it's all about, because it's about the fans.
That's
That's great. I love it. Every
I'm
bit
exactly
of it.
the same. How about you, Maxie? This is like home
turf.
territory for you.
Yes.
Thank you for having us in your
Well,
beautiful
thank
country.
you so much for coming. And it's like,
delight.
I mean, Gamescom, you're right, it's all about the fan. I think it was 350,000 last year, so I'm gonna hope we're gonna jump on to that number. So I'm really excited not to probably meet everyone, shake a lot of hands, and talk about
It's a lot of
games a lot.
handshaking.
Yes, but there's a lot going on at Gamescom. You have like cosplayers I want to check out, like Xbox Fan Fest, there are concerts, there's so much going on around Cologne, so I love
And
it.
our Xbox booth looks absolutely amazing this year. You'll see much more of that later this week. There's so much gaming goodness to look forward to over the next week right here in Cologne. But right now, let's turn our attention to what's in store over the next hour and a half on Xbox at Gamescom Live. Like your world premieres, we've got you covered with 7, yes, count them, 7 world premiere trailers for you to feast your eyes on.
We will be bringing loads of Xbox One X enhanced games for you to check out.
Love Minecraft? Then oh boy, do we have a treat in store.
This is the place to be for the latest updates on Forza Motorsport 7, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and much more. Plus, stay tuned for that crucial Xbox One X pre-order info and another very special announcement. This is Xbox at Gamescom Live.
Wow. That's a whole lot
good
of
lineup.
stuff. That took a lot to get the VO right, because there was a lot of things.
I don't know if we're going to be able to squeeze everything into the show, but I'm excited to find out if we can.
We'll give it a go. Well, anyway, right now I'm joined by Jean Guédon, who's creative director from Ubisoft, to show us the latest from Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yes.
So, of course, it was amazing to have you guys with us at E3. Now, what's happened since then? What's kind of the feedback been like? What's been going on?
Well, first, E3 was a moment really special for us. First being on stage was quite intimidating, but the entire team, it was a very important moment. We were working for more than three and a half years on this game, and revealing the game finally was really intense. Since then, well, we are really happy about the reaction so far, seeing people, getting excited and wanting to play the game. We're listening to the first feedbacks and actually keep pushing, until the final line.
Yeah.
So you've taken Assassin's Creed to ancient Egypt. It's a really fascinating time in history. Tell us more about that.
Well, yes, we thought, that's a time period that we really wanted to do for a long time. We knew fans also wanted it. And it was the perfect setting for us to really tell this origin story, the story of the creation of the Brotherhood, as we know it since AC1. And so this was really, for us, the next step and the good place where to go, basically.
Nice.
So I believe you have something to show us?
Yes, actually, for Gamescom, we thought that the perfect thing to bring to you was our brand new CGI trailer.
Yeah.
We know people actually enjoyed them, and so it really illustrates, the time period of Egypt with the clash of civilization, the ascension to the throne of Queen Cleopatra.
Okay, cool. So that's right, everybody. It's time for the first of our exclusive trailers. Take a look at this world premiere CGI trailer for Assassin's Creed Origins.
Premiere.
Nice.
Premiere.
If you are the dealer, I'm out of the game. If you are the healer, means I'm broken and lame. If thine is the glory, then mine must be the shame. You want it darker. We kill the flame. Magnified, sanctified be thy holy name. Vilified, crucified in the human frame. A million candles burning for the help that never came. You want it darker. I'm ready, my lord. There's a lover in the story, but the story's still the same. There's a lullaby for suffering and a paradox to blame. But it's written in the scriptures and it's not some idle claim. You want it darker. We kill the flame. They're lining up the prisoners and the guards are taking aim. I struggled with some demons, they were middle class and tame. I didn't know I had permission to murder into me. You want it darker.
Oh my God.
Bayek is a badass, Sean. That was
Yeah, you said
amazing.
it.
I was playing Assassin's Creed historical face bingo on my card here. I thought Julius Caesar,
Yeah.
I've got Ptolemy, and I've got Cleopatra coming at you.
No.
Good, right?
Yes.
No.
It must be so
Exactly.
fun putting these historical names in your games.
Oh, that's exactly why we love working on Assassin's Creed. Being able to recreate these time periods, it's always really interesting and fun.
Pick out another couple of things from the trailer that you spotted. Sorry, Jude.
No, no.
Yeah, but I think the trailer illustrates well actually what we want players to feel and to experience when playing the game. They will be part of these very important historical moments. The actions of Bayek and the players will actually care and make the change that change the world face, basically.
It's kind of
Excellent.
like, I feel like it's kind of like Assassin's Creed's like the sort of like TMZ of history, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
who's who, like when you're going to go forward in time and like do a Kardashian one or something. Oh, look, that's happening. Exclusive. I'm kidding.
All right.
No.
What's it been like developing Assassin's Creed Origins for Xbox One X?
Well, you know, as a game developer, having the chance to develop for a new hardware like Xbox One X is really something that is thrilling. Because for us, it's really a way to deliver fully, you know, the original vision we have, talking about graphics, but also the story, the mechanics, the systems. We know that having more power will make our life easier and being able to bring more to the players.
Well, you don't have to compromise, right? You don't have to pick one thing over the other. You can have all, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of working on Xbox One X, is that it's visually stunning, but not only, you know. And so we were also able to make the gameplay evolve with the AI, the story, the quest, etc.
We were talking earlier about how you've got longer draw distances, you can have your shading differently as well. So it actually improves gameplay in a way, right?
It is, and even, I mean, the game will look stunning, you know, and be fun on all platforms, but that's for sure that the extra power of the Xbox One X really will let our players experience the most beautiful version of it, you know, the stunning details, beautiful landscapes, incredible cities, rendered in both 4K and 1080p.
It just looks so pretty.
Can't wait to see it on Xbox One.
So I suppose the most important question is, when can we play it?
So Assassin's Creed Origins will be available on Xbox One October 27th and be compatible on Xbox One X at the launch of the console November 7th.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Thanks, John.
That's
Brilliant.
Pleasure.
Thank you
So
for bringing
amazing.
that in. That's wicked.
Yeah, thank you so much, John. Okay, so we can't wait to see more of this one. I think myself and Gray definitely on that one. In fact, one of you could be the lucky owner of a collector's edition of the game. Just take a look at this.
That looks amazing.
That is-
Look at that Bayek statue. That's so cool.
That's amazing. Just make sure you're tuned in via Mixer and, of course, signed in with your Microsoft account, and you're just automatically entered just for watching, which is great.
Simple as that.
So simple. Next up, we'll be trying the last man standing in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds right after this.
So, traveled all the way to Cologne is the PlayerUnknown himself, Brandon Green. Welcome. We have such an honor to have you here.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
really cool. So Battlegrounds obviously is one of the hottest games right now in the PC gaming world. So hot. So how did this get all started?
So I was living in Brazil and got back into gaming by way of the DayZ mod and decided to see if I could make my own mod, and Battlegrounds was formed. And then Bluehole connected with me last year.
Yeah.
Moved to Korea and made a game.
You make it sound really easy.
it's
Oh,
so easy.
come on, man.
Really not.
Struggle with day-to-day life.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it launched like a few months ago, right?
Yeah, about
So-
4 months ago, four and a half months ago.
So I really have to say this slowly because this number is really amazing. You sold over 8 million copies.
Yeah, we just passed that last week.
Congratulations.
Can you even
It's-
process that number?
No. No, and it's good that we don't process it. It's, it just keeps us focused on development. It is. It's like,
brilliant.
yeah, it's
So from your own perspective, what do you think, what makes this game so popular?
not sure. Honestly,
Okay.
I think it's like the idea that it's just a very basic game. It's like land, loot, survive, and everyone can understand that. And I think that's what the draw is, that there's no rules, there's no, you have to play this way. It's just, you can jump in and play, and whatever way you want to do. If you want to win with a pan, you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's straightforward. You can explain to anyone. She's like, just kill everybody.
Right.
Get in there. Do what you got to do. Just kill everybody.
No, there's this guy's Toast. He's a Hearthstone streamer. He said when his mum and dad watch him play, they don't understand what's going on. But when he plays Battlegrounds,
Oh, yeah.
easy.
Mine either.
Hearthstone's
Right?
I mean, obviously, you've created this game and everyone can kind of play however they want. What's kind of the craziest, weirdest thing you've seen in the game?
There was a clip of a guy spectating his friend, and he had like 1 HP, and he was being shot at, and the guy said, use the pan, and he pulls out the pan and swings it, and deflects
no
a bullet
way.
that was going to kill him.
No.
Oh yeah, gets behind a tree and heals himself. Just like
Wow.
the chance of such a small chance, but it happens all the time. It's
That's so cool. That would never happen to me. I'd be running around just with a scope or I'm not getting anywhere. Can you tell us a little bit about the origin of Winner Winner Chicken Dinner?
Yes, please.
Oh, so I just like the term. It's like when I was moving to Arma 3, I just needed a new winner slogan, and I just
Yeah.
loved Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. Now, I think it comes from Vegas, where if you won a poker hand, you get $5, which
Right.
was a chicken dinner. So it was winner winner. That did say winner winner chicken
Everything
dinner.
sounds so easy with you. Like, you
Yeah,
just came out
I just
with
came with this idea. I
It's
just made this
done.
game.
8
Sold
million
it copies,
copies.
moved to Korea, got an amazing life.
Awesome.
You're making us all with a little bit. I mean, if the
I
walls weren't
apologise.
green, we're like green with envy, like a little bit right now, I have to say.
It's been hard 4 years.
No, and to be honest, we really admire you for what you've done and what
Oh,
you've
thank you.
accomplished. So yes, so it's exactly. I mean, when we're going back to E3, you announced it's also coming to Xbox. Right now, it's on PC.
That's
Can
right.
you maybe tell us when?
No. No. So
Try it, guys.
No.
yeah, we don't want to give like an exact date, but we're coming at the end, towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
And we're coming to Xbox Game Preview, which is great because it allows us to develop with the community and get real player feedback on like how the controller feels and how movement feels and all this. And using that with the Game Preview program is invaluable to us for development.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yes.
Yeah.
And can you maybe just deep dive a little bit more about the Xbox ambition behind this?
Oh yeah, so we want to get basically the PC version and the Xbox version the same experience on both platforms. And today we want to announce that we're partnering with Microsoft to
You're
publish.
holding hands together
Yeah.
across the finish line. It's adorable.
Exactly. So we want to publish onto Xbox with Microsoft. And what that means is that they now give us the wealth of their knowledge and experience to help us make the console version better and faster. And
Also, but I mean, that's amazing, of course, because it just means everyone's going to get a better game. But also, do you get some good perks? Obviously, now that you're Microsoft, good discount. I
yes,
hope so.
I visited their campus and got some nice things, yes. No, they're good like that.
Love the perks.
But no, it's great because this publishing deal, it means that, as I said, we get all the knowledge that Microsoft have, but we still retain control over development and design decisions
That's
when it comes to the game. And
Yeah.
that's like, the players are going to be happy with that, that Microsoft are great and they're a great partner to work with.
Cool.
Awesome.
I mean, you've got loads of stuff obviously happening at Gamescom this week. The first ever Playerunknown Invitational, which I feel like is going to be slightly madcap and slightly insane, but I mean in
really
a good
think
way.
so. No, yeah.
Can you tell us anything about that?
A little bit. So, we have, I think, 80 of the best Battle Royale players coming from all over the world. We're flying them in.
Are they crazy?
We have this really cool set built for them. It's like we have some crazy players that get insane shots, and they're very good at what they do. So we're going to be live on mixer.com PU Battlegrounds, and we'll be live for 3 days. We'll have solos, duos, squads, and even some first-person action. So I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be
Really? And I can learn a thing or two maybe from
Yeah.
those pro players.
last
You really
one of
should,
them.
yeah. It's a great game to watch, and
It definitely
I watch
is.
it so much because you learn things from these players just by watching the game, which is great.
That's true. So we really have a lot to look forward to. And thank you so much for coming here,
you.
coming to Cologne. I wish you a lot of fun at Gamescom. And I can't wait for Battlegrounds coming to Xbox One.
Definitely.
Us too.
Thank you. And in just a second, we'll be talking all things Xbox with Aaron Greenberg and Shannon Loftus. But before we get to that, we've got another exclusive for you with plenty more still to come, of course. Let's take a look. I'm just going to say this slowly because I'm a little bit excited. To the world premiere trailer for Jurassic World Evolution. Da-na-na-na-na. Why is no one else doing that?
I'm trying.
Just me.
World premiere.
Control, we're at the fence. Almost ready to re-engage power. Hey, hey! Over here!
ACU building online. Rapid response unit deployed. Observe non-lethal protocols.
Roger, Control. Deploying non-lethal countermeasures. Control, we have eyes on the asset.
There you go, folks. That's another world premiere trailer for you. That is Jurassic World Evolutions. Looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
Fantastic. Now we're joined by Shannon Loftus and Aaron Greenberg from Xbox.
Shannon Loftus!
Aaron Greenberg.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here in Germany. We love Gamescom, don't we?
We
It's
do.
a lot of fun here.
Yes,
So we've got tons of stuff to get through and an amazing lineup of games to talk through as well. But Aaron, first of all, tell me, what does Gamescom mean to you? Because I know, we've been to Gamescom a lot of times.
We've been to a few. This is absolutely one of my very favorite shows because it is the biggest consumer gaming show in Europe. And for us, this is a big year for games for us. At E3, we showed the largest, most diverse lineup of games we've ever had. And we're taking all those games here, plus we have a lot more we're showing. In fact, I just checked our booth here. We have 70 playable stations of Xbox One X.
Nice.
First time that's been playable for fans in Europe. And so we're excited just to share all the great games and from us and our partners.
That's really exciting. So we talked at E3 about our games lineup. There's tons of good stuff in there. Do you have some updates for our fans about how our games lineup's looking?
Yeah, it's growing really well. I mean, of course, let's remember, we're the only system design with backward compatibility in mind. You can now play, with the addition of the original Xbox games, 3 generations of games all on one system. We have over 400 titles available in backward compatibility today, and we're adding more every day.
And we've also talked about enhanced games for Xbox One X at E3. Remind us about some of them and maybe sprinkle in a few new ones that we can expect.
Well, of course, when people saw the specs of Xbox One X and all the power and the ability to do true 4K gaming, they said, well, are you going to take any of the games that I own and make enhancements? And so within Microsoft Studios, we're going back and making games like Gears of War 4, updating it in true 4K with HDR. We're doing the same for a bunch of our other titles, adding 4K upgrades. These are free 4K upgrades. So if you own Forza Horizon 3, you own Minecraft, you own Killer Instinct, Halo Wars 2, all those titles we're going to update for you for free.
Nice.
So
There's other games as well, right?
there's definitely.
Sorry, you're
some
right. I
games.
have some more. Fans asked,
We
they said,
know
hey,
it.
that's great, but we would love, what about Halo 5? Well, the team at 343, excited to share, is going back and updating Halo 5 in 4K as well. And one of my personal favorite games from last year, a masterpiece that Shannon and her team actually gave to us, Quantum Break. Today we're announcing will be another free 4K upgrade as part of our enhanced program.
That's great news. Quantum Break looked amazing anyway. It's going to look incredible on Xbox One X.
Sean Ashmore in 4K.
Oh, well, say no more.
Say no
He
more.
is a dish, that is for sure.
So not only Remedy got their hands on a dev kit, also we have a lot of other partners that have a dev kit at their studios. What are they having in stock?
Response has been great. We obviously made sure we got our dev kits out to folks as soon as possible. With a couple months in, we've already seen incredible response. In fact, we have a program for all these titles now that they're Xbox One X enhanced. You'll see it on the box, and we're in fact today going to release our first list of total titles that are committed to do enhancements for Xbox One X. Take advantage of the power, take advantage of all those benefits. And so all the biggest games, frankly, are doing it. If you're a fan of FIFA 18, that will be enhanced. If you're a Star Wars fan, Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be enhanced. PUBG, another title that will be enhanced, of course. And so NBA 2K, Wolfenstein 2, all the biggest titles of the year, Shadow of War, another title on that list. But the thing I love is it's not just the new titles, also existing games are going back. So Titanfall 2 will be getting the treatment as well as Fallout 4. So a lot of games, whether you own them or maybe you didn't get a chance to play them, if you have an Xbox One X, you're going to have another reason to put those games back in and check out all these new enhancements.
And if you own those games already, that's free, right? You don't need to pay extra for those enhancements.
Absolutely. These are free upgrades for fans.
Amazing.
All
Good
right.
stuff. All right.
So, Shannon, I mean, you're the head of publishing at Microsoft, which
That's
means
right.
you probably know one or two games that may be coming out. So do we have some news on that?
We do. We are coming off of a monster E3 where we got to show off brand new gameplay in the campaign for Crackdown 3. We gave everybody an update on what's happening inside State of Decay 2. And of course, we announced the tearjerker, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is great. But guess what? Got an announcement right now.
Go on, Mac. It's over there. Don't worry. You're safe with us. Seth, jump on! Smash him, Duncan!
Kai Brand, core maintenance.
Jewel Adams, atmospherics.
I'm glad I'm not alone out here.
Me too.
All who wait must die. Go! That core is mine.
Cool. Get out of here. You've got to keep the core safe no matter what.
Do not be afraid. I am A-OK. You have rescued me.
I really have to say, I like that footage. I like what I've just seen, and my heart glows when I see the little Mac. Like, I just want to go back and play with him. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I think the trailer covered a ton. My favorite was always Violet, and you learn a lot more about Violet in that in the new massive expansion. The cool thing, really, though, about this expansion is that if you're already a Recore customer, it's free for you.
Oh.
Yeah, game's
free
coming on
forever.
August 29th.
All right, so if you have slept on Recore, this is the perfect time to get on board. It's amazing to see all those enhancements there. If you guys are at home or watching on Mixer, you're automatically in with a chance of getting your hands on the game because we're giving away 100 copies.
Wow.
Just make sure, yeah, just like that.
Oh, right.
We announce it, we give it away. Just make sure you're watching Mixer via your Microsoft account for a chance to win. It is that simple.
So if I may say this just on all behalf of German gamers, welcome again to Germany. I'm so happy to have you guys. And I can say, like, we're kind of the PC gaming home for PC gaming in Europe. So, and I know there's some event happening tomorrow called or regarding Age of Empires. Can you give us a little sneak peek on
That's
that one?
Right. Wir lieben Deutschland and wir lieben Gamescom. Tomorrow we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Age of Empires. We're going to have a stream at exactly this time, and we're going to show you quite a bit more about Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition, and then we might just have a major announcement to make.
So you guys really, really, really want to tune in tomorrow.
It's going to be fun. I've actually seen the set and it looks incredible. It's going to be a brilliant event. Sorry, my lips are sealed. Sorry.
So talking about PC gamers, what else do we have out of that?
PC gamers have a lot to look forward to. All of our biggest Microsoft studios are bringing their hit franchises to Windows 10 in a huge way, and because they're all built on Xbox Live, you can cross-play between Windows 10 PCs and consoles. There was one announcement last week that might have slid under the radar a little bit. We announced that we're bringing Rise of Nations, which is an absolutely beloved real-time strategy game that's currently on Steam. We're bringing that to Windows 10. And guess what? We've unlocked cross-network play between Steam players and Windows 10 players.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Unite the gamers. That's
exactly.
what it's your choice on the platform. Definitely.
Cool.
So we got a great lineup. We have a really diverse lineup as well. So what else do we have like this holiday for gamers?
Well, Xbox is a place where everyone can have fun. And we're actually in our 5th holiday now with Xbox. And every new holiday brings a new kind of gamer. People this year are asking us, what kind of games can I play with my family, with my kids? So I'm super, super thrilled to be announcing that we've taken some of our most beloved family titles, we've remastered them, and we're bringing Disneyland Adventures, Rush, a Disney Pixar adventure, and Zoo Tycoon out on October 31st of this year in 4K HD and HDR.
Nice.
These titles have all been enhanced with new content, and you can actually play every single one of these on both controller and on Kinect.
Cool. My kids are going to love that.
It's a great value.
Speaking of my kids, they watched some of the E3 stuff and they loved Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh, good.
Can you tell us more about that? What's happening with Lucky?
Lucky he's doing great. He's still optimistic and he's still really happy. What I love most about Lucky, and I get to play these games before they release, which is one of the great perks of my job, is that he is, it's a game that gives you the traditional kind of platformer feeling, but because of the power of the Xbox, the world is completely alive. It's very modern in that everywhere you go, there's a ton of action. There are characters that are doing their own kind of thing, and they'll stop and interact with you. It's such a beautiful game. I'm excited. It's coming on November 7th.
Oh, great. A ton of action is also happening in Halo, and we have really a lot of Halo fans here in Europe. What do we have for them?
Well, for Halo War 2 fans, which we know did very well on the PC, especially here in Germany, we have a whole new expansion called Awakening the Nightmare. And this is not just your normal expansion, because this has got a whole new campaign, a whole story. You play through the opposite perspective as the Banished. And so new blur cinematic, something I'm really excited. I love the story from Halo Wars 2 and to continue that. But of course, for multiplayer, we've got new things like new leaders, new maps, a Terminus firefight mode that's really designed with co-op in mind. And you get to take on an ancient, you get to take on the Flood. So it's going to be just a lot of great stuff for Halo fans. And that's coming in 4K with HDR on September 26th.
So I really love the firefight feature. That's like one of my favorites. And it's also a lot of content that you just announced there. And when we're talking about a lot of stuff is also happening at Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yes, Xbox Game Pass is probably the best value in gaming.
Yeah.
We launched it in June. For $9.99, you get over 100 games you can download and play. We're expanding that to 8 new markets, and we're actually adding 7 new titles this month, including Recore Definitive Edition. If you're a Game Pass member, you get that for free.
Oh, fantastic. Actually, Dirt Rally just went into Xbox Game Pass as well, one of my favorite games from last year, so you should definitely check that out. Now, to celebrate the expansion of Xbox Game Pass, we're giving away Game Pass codes. So get over to Mixer now. If you're not already watching there, you should be. Make sure you're signed into your Microsoft account and you're automatically entered just for watching.
Nice.
So for a lot of gamers, Aaron, they are focused on exclusives. Like, what kind of updates have we got there? Tell me about exclusives. You're on
my
Twitter.
Twitter feed every day. Well, of course, people pick Xbox because we have the biggest franchises, the biggest exclusives, whether you're a fan of Halo or Gears of War or Forza. This holiday, personally, Xbox One, I'm really excited. Xbox One will be the only console where you can play Forza Motorsport 7, Cuphead, and PUBG. So really excited about that. Also, timed with the Xbox One X launch, we have Super Lucky's Tale. It's another exclusive. But it doesn't stop there, because into the spring, we have Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and Crackdown 3. So we're basically non-stop hitting our fans with more and more exclusive titles. So there'll be tons of great games to play. But of course, we know people want great big blockbuster games, and they want them enhanced for Xbox One X. We want games that will take advantage of that 40% power advantage, that 60% memory advantage. I'm excited to announce that we have over 100 titles that we are, with our partners, announcing will be enhanced for Xbox One X. And so I think the great thing as a gamer is, no matter if you're a fan of RPGs or sports games or shooters, whatever your type of game is, these games are going to look and play better on Xbox One X.
Amazing. You can check out that list right now, right? If you head over to majornelson.com.
That's where we're putting it.
That's what Larry's been doing. He couldn't make it to Gamescom. We've got him putting that list up.
Hand typing each name.
Brilliant. Shannon, Aaron, fantastic. We covered a lot of ground there. I'm going to try and recap it, right? So
this is a quiz.
Oh, yeah, you can correct me if I get anything wrong here. Over 100 titles enhanced for Xbox One X, and you can check out that list
and that's
right now.
Today. We were at 4083, so by launch, the list will keep growing.
Fantastic. Right. Recore Definitive Edition announced, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass on August 29th. We talked about those enhanced family titles as well, Shannon. And Super Lucky's Tale is coming soon too, and we've got an amazing Age of Empires event tomorrow night with more news and lots of great stuff for PC gamers coming up as well.
Absolutely.
Did I miss anything?
I think
Halo
enough
Wars
of us.
too.
Let's see some more games.
Xbox Game Pass in new markets as well? Why not? Thank you so much.
Really fun.
Can't wait to spend more time with you this week in
great.
Cologne. Right, now it's time to take to the track with Forza Motorsport 7, my favourite. Let's take a look at the danger and the beauty of competitive racing at the limit.
Like, there's super shiny and there's like super duper shiny.
Oh, I love it. It makes my heart do funny things every time I see that.
Really? I can feel it from here. He's
it.
moderately vibrating.
Or maybe it's just the presence of Bill. I don't know.
Yeah.
Little column A, little column B.
So, yeah, of course, we're joined by Bill Geesey from Turn 10 Studios. So, first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate that. And, yeah.
You've been really busy lately at Turn 10, right? Lots of new car announces, new track announces.
Yeah. Nürburgring is you know, get to show off Nürburgring, which is great because we're here in Germany.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Being able to see that in dynamic weather, it's awesome.
All right, very good. So we know Forza is a huge franchise on Xbox already, but we've got lots of PC news today, right?
Yes,
talk us through that.
A ton. So this is the first Forza built from the ground up for PC, and it's an epic PC title. We've got 700 cars, dynamic weather, dynamic sky. So every time you go to a track, it's different. A massive new motorsport-inspired campaign mode. It'll be on PC, native 4K and unlocked frame rate for those high-end PCs. And for us, we've got a huge community of players. Forza has over 5 million active monthly players. And with Forza 7, we're going to be bringing, all those passionate console players and all the passionate PC players into one place.
That's so cool. Yeah. I mean, you guys at Forza are That's what I was saying. You are quite literally puddle measurers. That's something that
all right.
you do.
Should I be offended? I don't know.
No, I think
She calls everyone that.
Okay.
Well,
common
not
name.
to your face. No, but I mean, it's a good thing. You want that kind of level of detail.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of wondering, like, what's the sort of weirdest thing that's happened making game? Because I feel like you've got some probably good stories there, more than many other titles.
I mean, people think about developing games, you just sit in an office all day. But no, our team, Capture Team, they've done some crazy things. When we went out to go capture the 911 GT2 RS, the first one that came off the line, Porsche actually took down to South Africa because they were going to do all their marketing materials. They were going to capture it all there.
Yeah.
We sent our team down there. That was the first time we got to see it. And as they're out there taking pictures, all of a sudden the Porsche representative just starts covering the cars. He's like, nope. And out in the distance, we could see these drones flying in because people had heard Porsche was there and they wanted to get the scoop, right?
Sneaky.
They had to wait 45 minutes for the batteries to die, for these drones to fall, pull it off again, and then they were able to capture the car.
Wow, I'm glad drone
lengths
batteries
that you
don't
go
mark
to.
Oh, I know.
any longer. You were telling us a story about Dubai.
Yes. So
Tell us
we
that
went out to Dubai. Obviously, it was a chilly 120 degrees. When we went out to capture reference there, we melted two $2,500 cameras because it was so hot.
Melted cameras.
Yes.
It
So
sounds
all
like
that hard work goes into a game that we know it looks incredible on Xbox One X and on high-spec PCs as well, right? But not everyone has a beast gaming PC.
Right,
so
right.
If I've got like a mid or a lower spec PC,
Are you hinting for your Christmas present?
Yes,
I really feel like you are. You've only got a mid one. Can I get an answer?
Yeah, well,
how's it going to look on those lower specs?
The last few years, the Forza Tech engine's been on PC. We had Forza 6 Apex, Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah.
And in that time, as we've been working on the engine over time, we've been able to lower our min spec to an i5 750.
Okay.
In fact, at the office, I play it on a Surface Pro 4. Yeah, and not only that, our recommended spec has been lowered as well, and it still runs at a rock-solid 60 frames per second. We really wanted to bring, all the millions more players that are on mid to lower end spec machines, bring them into the Forza fold.
Good stuff.
So, I mean, obviously most players of Forza will probably use a controller, but there are some out there, who do like their peripherals. What can you tell us about that for
Well, we've got over 30 officially supported wheels, which is really cool. But with multi-USB support, you can take any of the boutique wheels or pedal sets you have.
Wheels?
Yes.
I didn't know that was a thing.
They got pin now.
Do they come with like furry?
Yeah, right. Really decorated, ornate. Yeah, and they can mix and match them.
Yeah.
When we started to build it, the entire team got so excited. We brought in all these USB peripherals that we could find, from flight sticks to fight sticks. I've even raced Forza 7 on a Guitar Hero guitar, a drum set, and a dance pad. Yeah.
Why are there not videos of this?
I know,
Nobody's
right?
sharing these on the internet.
It looks
now.
amazing. It looks amazing.
Demonstrate Guitar Hero.
I obviously probably wasn't very that fast, but the point is players won't use that stuff. But whatever you got laying around in your closet, you can just plug it in and play. And after the stream today, people can go check out Xbox Wire, and they can see our officially our full list of official peripherals, and they can see our PC specs.
All right, fantastic. Remind us when Forza Motorsport 7 is going to be available, Bill.
The Deluxe and Standard Edition will come out October 3rd, and then for Ultimate Editions players, they actually get to play it 4 days early on September 29th.
So they can feel superior to everyone else for 4 whole days. And that's all we ever really want in life.
That's what it's all about,
Feeling
right?
superior for a moment.
Bill, thank you very much for your time. Always a pleasure to see you. Now, don't forget that you can go to Xbox Wire right now and you can get all of that PC Forza Motorsport 7 information right there. So there's no doubt it's going to look amazing on a high-spec gaming PC, but of course it will also look stunning in true 4K on the Xbox One X. And fans attending Gamescom right here in Cologne this week will be able to get hands-on and see for themselves how beautiful it is. Spoiler alert, it looks amazing.
I would say distractingly beautiful, almost to the fact that it makes me drive terribly.
Absolutely.
I might just be a terrible driver. And of course, there's lots more exciting announcements coming up on the show, including Shadow of War, Sea of Thieves, and we've got something very special for all you Minecraft fans. And don't forget, we've got that big pre-order announcement coming soon, so stay tuned.
But first, let's take a closer look at the most powerful console in the world.
Love saying that. He loves it.
The Xbox One X. Still goosebumps, Maxie, isn't it?
Yes,
Still goosebumps. Oh, how good was it to see that at E3? Well, we're joined by Mike Ibarra from Xbox Platform Engineer. And Mike, thank you for coming on the show. And what a year for Xbox so far.
It's always great to be here at Gamescom. There's so much energy and excitement. I just can't wait for the week.
So we just saw the trailer for Xbox One X that we revealed at E3. It's brilliant, isn't it? And people will be able to play it at Gamescom this week. How important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge milestone for us. In fact, the first time people in Europe will be able to play Xbox One X here at Gamescom. In fact, if you look at Xbox One S, Windows 10 PCs, and Xbox One X, we'll have over 170 stations for people to play the best versions of the games. We're really excited.
Wicked. Now, a question that's been on my mind, and people are asking me as well. If I've already got an Xbox One or an Xbox One S, and I'm adding an Xbox One X to the family, how easy are we making that transition to the new console?
Yeah, a lot of the feedback we had was to make that easy for people. And so there's three things we're really doing. The first is we want to make sure that the settings on an existing Xbox can transfer over to Xbox One X. So we'll provide a very easy way to do that. And Aaron announced over 100 games with Xbox One X enhancements. And so one of the things we want to do is for some of those games, get you all of those updates before Xbox One X launches, so that when you get your Xbox One X, you plug it in and you're in those awesome, amazing games, which would be really incredible. The third thing we're doing is if you add an Xbox to your home, we're going to let you copy games and apps off your home network instead of having to manually move them or re-download them from the internet. So people's ability to copy those from Xbox to Xbox will be a big feature too.
And if I've got a ton of games on an external HDD, I can just plug that into my X, right?
Yeah, you and I have external drives on our Xbox with our games. And so that's just a matter of unplugging it from one, plugging it into the X, and all your games are ready to play.
This is a real lifesaver. I really have to say this because it saves a lot of time. So it really makes it easy for me to just jump into the Xbox One X, right?
Yeah.
And also the system update is in preview right now. So what can we talk about there?
Yeah, I mean, it's in preview right now. This is an update across the entire Xbox family of devices. And we're really happy with where it's at. There's so many features it would take a long time to go through them. But a couple of those is right when you boot up, you'll notice a brand new home. And so with home, we always focus on speed and performance. And so it's the fastest home that we've ever had. In addition to that, we focus on discovery. We want people to easily find other gamers to play with. So for example, if Graham is broadcasting on Mixer, I'll see it right on home and I can watch what he's playing. Or Maxie, if you have a looking for group up, you're looking for more players in Halo 5, I'll see that and hop in your game. So bringing people together is important for us. And one of the biggest things we've had a lot of feedback on is people want to make home theirs. They want a personalization of that. And so we're introducing content blocks. With content blocks, I can pin people. I can pin you and Graham on there. I can pin games, clubs, and it's easy access for me to see everything that's going on from the developer, from the achievements that you're getting, and keep that dialogue. But it's really about gamer choice. So if I want a minimalistic home of just one screen, I can have that, or I can have pages of pinned items to really engage with the community. So personalization is a big effort for us as well there. Brand new guide. Second thing is a brand new guide that we're doing, optimized for speed and layout. You'll notice instead of vertical, we've moved it to horizontal so people can get to what they want to very fast and stay in their games, which is a big element. And an all new redesigned community tab. And so the activity feed that you have, being able to see, like, comment on what's going on, and more importantly, more gamer choice, being able to filter that activity feed. So I can, if I don't want to see Graham and what he's doing, I can remove him.
Hey, never will do that. Never.
Or club activity in games. So more customization and personalization options to give people the choice of how they want the system to work for them.
Nice. And you've got a cool new feature to show us for the first time here on the show tonight, right?
That's right. We're adding a light mode to the console. And so today when you boot up, it's in dark mode. We'll have a light mode as well. And we'll keep dark mode. Users can choose which one they want to use. But the light mode is something I really like. It's very inviting. It's very easy to navigate. And again, you can choose dark or light, whatever mode you want. That'll hit the builds very soon.
That looks really cool. Loads of people have asked me about that. So it's great to see it,
So Mixer has become a really big part for Xbox, and I see you a lot on Mixer. I see you streaming a lot, PUBG.
Yeah. And a lot of chicken dinners as well.
Yeah, I saw Brandon here. Awesome announcement that we're publishing the console version of that game. I've been known to stream that a little bit. I'll be here at Gamescom all week, live streaming off Mixer Create app on iOS and Android. And so that's still in beta. When that launches, we're going to actually have native, not just live streaming, but also game streaming on both those platforms. So the best mobile games can then be watched right off of Mixer natively.
Excellent, love that. So loads of new features, and I'm sure there's tons more to come as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many features coming. Stop by the Mixer booth at Gamescom and our booth to see them. I want to thank all of the people helping us test the update. Without that feedback, we co-create that together. So keep the feedback coming, and we're really happy for this week.
Yes, much love to the insiders. They're brilliant.
Yeah, feedback is very important, and thank you so much for telling all these news to us. And since we talked about PUBG, it's all about survival, and we have another game that's also all about survival. Let's take a look at State of Decay 2.
What would you do if the world you knew was gone? How would you protect yourself and the ones you love from the terror just outside the walls?
In this world of the living and the dead, how will you survive?
There's a taster of what to expect in this sequel to State of Decay 2. And if that's anything to go by, it's going to taste like rotting flesh.
Yummy.
Hey, we're joined by Jeff from Undead Labs. That wasn't a link to you, by the way.
I hope not.
No, fine. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, if anybody, had State of Decay passed them by, and I really, really recommend playing the first one on back compat. I just did it recently, but can you just tell us really quick what's it all about?
Yeah, State of Decay is it's all about your own survival fantasy. We wanted to make a game that captured that part of the zombie genre that was you and your friends sitting around at the pub after a good zombie flick and kind of talking about your own personal survival plans. And so the game's built around that. We give you the tools to go tell your own survival story and see how you do.
So Jeff, I love post-apocalyptic stories, right? So tell me, how did we get into this mess? How did we get into the apocalypse in State of Decay 2?
Well, that's something you have to find out as a player. We revealed a couple of hints along the way in the original. In the sequel, we'll be revealing a lot more. But it's still not exactly clear what happened or how it happened, and that's something for the players to figure out.
Oh, good answer.
Fair enough. So when you were developing the game, what did you get guys inspired by?
Well, at the time we've been thinking about this game for, more than a decade. At the time there was this kind of really good crop of this reemergence of zombie movies. There was the 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and then even movies like Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead that brought a little bit of humor to it. And what really became apparent to all of us who were working on this was that, the zombie genre is not about going around and shooting and killing zombies. It's about the people, the connections of the people who are surviving, how they work together. Even like a movie like Zombieland, that's really a car buddy movie, right? And so there's just all this expressiveness in it, and we wanted to capture that width and breadth of the genre and not just the how do you kill zombies.
So will we maybe see a Twinkie in State of Decay 2?
Well, Twinkie is a trademarked name, and probably not, but you will definitely find Easter eggs hidden throughout the game that call back to some of the great moments from the zombie genre.
So talk us through some of the new features in State of Decay 2 that maybe State of Decay fans will be excited to get their hands on.
Yeah, well, our primary goal was to really take what worked in the first one and just double down on it. We came up with a really unique formula, the kind of third-person action married with the really deep RPG progression mechanics for your characters, the base building, and then put that all in a simulated open world. And that formula really resonated and really did well. And so what we wanted to do was just take that, deepen each of those systems, and really just deepen the survival fantasy. But in addition to all that, we added the #1 fan-requested feature, which was cooperative multiplayer. So in State of Decay 2, you're finally going to be able to play with your friends, which is something we've been looking forward to for a long time.
Excellent. Now, one of the things I loved about State of Decay, but it also caused me a lot of pain as well, was permadeath.
Yep.
Are you bringing that back in State of Decay 2?
Oh, it's core to the experience, absolutely. Yeah. There is no sense of threat. There is no sense of consequences for your actions if there's not death in the game. It's hard to imagine making a zombie game that doesn't really have a permadeath. But the important thing for us is that if you die in the game, you can always look at it and say, if only I had done this differently or that differently, right? We never want you to think the game just arbitrarily decided it was time for you to die or kind of cheesed it, right? It has to be because of something you did, and that's the contract we make with the players.
Good.
So really this fan feedback, going back to the co-op, when I think about State of Decay 1, like what I have to do, managing community, I have to build my base, like I have to go into the missions. How does that look on co-op?
So what we wanted to do was make co-op really simple. We don't want a whole lot of like set up your party mechanics and invitations and joins. What you do is you can always just jump into your friend's game. It's drop in, drop out multiplayer. But we also have this really cool mechanic where when you're playing the game, you can register to say I'm willing to help people. And then somebody else, if they're playing, whether they're your friend or not, if they get in trouble, they can shoot a flare gun, and you get a beacon. It says, hey, someone's in trouble. And you can hit that little Xbox button, and you jump right in, and you're there to help them out. And so it really gives it a feeling of like a community helping community, which is really the heart and soul of the game. State of Decay 2 is a game of humans working together to overcome the apocalypse. And the multiplayer mechanics really support that well, too.
All right, Jeff, when will we be able to get our hands on the game?
Yes.
Spring 2018. We can't wait.
We can't really wait.
Fantastic. Jeff, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Yes, thank you so much for coming in. Right now it's time for another brand new trailer. Let's take a look at World of Tanks.
When the blockade began in 1948, we thought the people of West Berlin would be safe. But the Soviets had other ideas. One December day is all it took for the fragile peace to shatter. And once again, the streets were filled with war and death. These are our stories. Now, it's your turn.
Wow, that looks so good. And as you just saw, we're so excited to announce the launch of Xbox Live Arena tournaments for World of Tanks, kicking off on the 22nd of August with user-generated online tournaments and Wargaming-sponsored team tournaments joining arenas in September. Now, let's talk controllers. Now, for those who don't know, Xbox Design Lab is a website where you can go and design your own personal controller using over, well, like 1 billion options. Everything is customizable, including the grip, sticks, and triggers. And we're very proud to announce today that the service is expanding to over 20 additional European countries. Yes! Woo-hoo. Now, I designed my own and spent over a day, I would say, an estimation on agonizing over my trigger buttons. That's an entire day. But here it is. I wanted to show it to you because it's basically my dream controller. Look at this little beauty, metallic. Nice. I wish I'd done my nails for this bit. Oh, wait, you've done yours as well?
Yeah,
as well.
We've got some too. Check out, you're not the only one with a special controller.
It's great. Did you just do football colours?
Well, not really. It's kind of football colours. So I've got red for Aberdeen, white for Aberdeen, a bit of grey for Aberdeen as well, and then blue for Scotland. But most importantly, if you have a close look up at this one, can we get close in on that, cameraman? This is special edition Gamescom 2017 Xbox Design Lab controller, and you can only get this. Stop it.
No.
You can only get this.
No.
Oi, behave.
It's
you can
fine.
only get this
Mine is clearly...
if you design it on the Xbox booth at Gamescom this week. So that is super limited.
Obviously, I
Max,
think mine
yours
is the
nice
best
as well.
because it's got my gamer tag on the bottom. That's really special. But, you know, I mean, if you guys want to know who you think, you know, is the best out of the... can't even talk. It's obviously the end of the show here.
So excited about how nice mine is.
Just freestyling. Who do you think has got the best one? Let us know on Twitter. It's obviously mine.
Clearly mine.
Hello, it's mine.
No, we're going to have like a fight at the end of this. Yes. Anyway, whilst you're watching on Mixer, you'll be automatically entered into our draw to win redeem codes, so you can design your very own custom controller. Just make sure you're signed into your Microsoft account and you're a winner, and we'll let you know. Here's a video showing off some more cool designs and features and those countries eligible to get involved. Get ready to be jealous.
My controller is definitely the best. Chris Charla just told me it was the
No,
best.
that's so not true. I told that it's my controller.
I know, I'm so like... Right, everybody, we're joined by Chris Charla from Idea Xbox.
Hey, everybody.
Yay.
And I believe congratulations in our order. It's Idea Xbox's birthday, everybody.
It is.
Yay.
It is.
And look, we brought donuts.
This is awesome. This is totally awesome. I'm going to eat these donuts as soon as we're done.
You have to eat that whole plate before the end of the segment while answering questions.
Yeah, so it's our 4th anniversary. So we launched Idea Xbox right here at Gamescom in 2013, and since then it has been a fantastic ride. Tons and tons of sweet games coming from independent developers all over the world. We've had 600 games shipped through the program so far, including 300 from European developers. So it's really a global program.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Proud of you guys. And definitely it's safe to say fans really love these titles, right?
Oh my gosh, it is safe to say. In the, I have some numbers.
Good.
In the last 12 months, Idea Xbox fans have played more than 1 billion hours of games, Idea Xbox games, which actually, if you do the math, works out to 100,000 years of gameplay in the last year. They've unlocked 200 million achievements worth 6 billion gamer score. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
So I just want to say I really contributed a lot of this time also
Thank
to
you.
this big number. But yeah, congratulations on that one big achievement. You must have big plans for the future.
Absolutely. We have just tons and tons of games coming. We've got more than 2,500 studios with dev kits right now. Whoa. Xbox dev kits, Xbox One X dev kits, and they are working on more than 1,500 different games right now.
And I've been playing around with Creators program recently as well.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
It's really cool. I mean, it kind of fulfills a promise that we made when we first launched the Xbox that anybody was going to be able to make a game. So we've got games, obviously, from big, giant, AAA, publishers. We've got games from fantastic independent developers. And now we've opened up Xbox to anybody who wants to make a game. Anyone can use their retail Xbox One, download free software from Microsoft, free software from the internet, make a game, and ship it on Xbox One. So whether you're a professional, whether you're a student, a hobbyist, a maker, an experimenter, somebody who just wants to goof around, anyone can get their game on Xbox One now.
Excellent. Now, I know you love all Idea Xbox titles like they are your children. But give us some that you're really excited about coming up in the future.
I do love all of them, yeah. But there's some great ones coming. So first of all, Cuphead, which I think we're going to do a little bit more about, is coming September 29th. Strange Brigade from Rebellion is going to be awesome.
Yes, Rebellion.
Next week, we've got Path of Exile shipping. It's been in beta, but it's going to ship next week.
Yep.
And then Raiders of the Broken Planet, and so many more, including Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, which we are super, super excited about.
Yeah, it was great to see Brendan on stream earlier, wasn't it?
Definitely. And you guys can play it actually at the booth at Gamescom, as well as Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead too.
So really cool. So thank you so much for coming. Make sure you take those donuts.
Yeah, thanks for the donuts.
Otherwise, I will take them myself.
I'm going to snaffle one behind the sofa here.
So right now, let's take a look at some of those awesome Idea at Xbox games coming first to Xbox from the Idea at Xbox program in the next year.
World premiere.
play it.
Way! Now it's time to set sail with the guys from Sea of Thieves. Let's have a look at what adventures they've got in store. Thieves, super excited about this one. We're joined by Joe Neate and Ted Timmons from Rare. So we last saw the game at E3, so what's been going on since then? Updates and news, give it to me.
Indeed. So obviously at E3 we showed the magic of going on adventures with your friends in a pirate world, shared with other crews that are going on their own adventures, which was super cool. But we've been hard at work since then, and so coming to Gamescom, we're bringing a completely new build, and we are going to be on the show floor having Xbox and for the first time Windows 10 PC on the show floor too. Right?
There's a little hidden message in that by having Xbox and PC on the show floor, we're announcing crossplay for the first time. So no asterisks, no small print. It is literally in our shared world. You are with people from multiple devices. So very excited about that.
You're breaking down barriers, bringing gamers together. I feel like we have a lot
I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sing. I'm
really?
afraid.
Why not? Come on, man.
but it is genuinely a magical experience. Crossplay, right? It's
well, you sent an email to the whole team, right?
Yeah, the first time I played
it. It's a magical experience.
Yeah, literally that. It was because it was the first time I played it. I was at home, kind of on my Xbox, and I joined in a couple of guys from the studio, and they were playing on PC, and it was just seamless, right? You couldn't even tell the difference, and I've never done that before in a game, and it was literally a magical experience. We have people in our community that have been playing on Xbox or been playing on PC, and they've kind of made friends in the forums and in the community, but they've yet to play together, and so for the first time during Gamescom itself,
lovingly across like a fence.
Exactly. Yeah.
Was it easy to do though?
We flicked a switch.
Is that literally how easy?
I don't want
to. Technical person.
I don't want to
do. Be harder
I don't want to do too much injustice to our services team because they work very hard. But then when it actually came to testing it, it just worked, and actually that allowed us to really focus on the PC version. So
yeah, we want to know more about that.
We've come here with 21:9 with an unlocked frame rate, and we've got that on the show floor. But then we've also got 4K running at 60 frames a second because we knew that was super important. We want to, in early 2018, we want to bring the sort of PC game that players expect. And we felt that one of those expectations is to be day and date, right? Is that we don't want the game to be released after on PC. Like, we've come here to say the cross-play, the PC side, like, it's just all together, all on the same day.
Everyone's together.
More songs.
The song writes itself, I have to say. So say I'm going to get together and get my little crew. Who should I be? What kind of characters, what kind of people should I be looking for to make the best kind of pirate squad goals?
Like a real mix, right?
Yeah, you want a mix of people, right? You need someone on the wheel, someone in the crow's nest, someone drinking, someone
Do you need someone mouthy and loud and who can
you've got to have the banter.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. Someone who's good with a music instrument as well, so you can sing along.
Yeah,
and you can actually have your sing-along that you've been after this whole time.
I'm desperate to do a sing-along, right?
But also, I think, like, tying into that is that we want players to encounter, like, different player types, right? Like, everyone's different, everyone plays differently, everyone has a kind of part of the ship that I tend to go to the crow's nest a lot. I know you tend to take the wheel. So we're just saying to people, like, come to seaofthieves.com/insider and just sign up and join us in our technical alpha, because we have 100,000 people playing this week, right?
And that's one thing I think that, just to make clear. So from Tuesday to Saturday, like during Gamescom week, our players at home in the technical alpha are all going to be playing crossplay together for the first time, which is super cool.
So, okay, what's one of the the funniest things that you've seen in the world? Because there are some crazy, funny.
Can we bring the donuts back and sit here for a bit longer and talk through all the funny
I've literally
moments?
just shouted across that they better save me donuts. I'm going to like literally flip a couch.
Yeah.
Like, bring them back in.
A lot of it involves flying yourself out of cannons, right?
It does fly yourself out of cannons.
Yeah.
But I think it's the creativity of what people do with the tools we give them. So, like, I was playing with some strangers in our alpha, and I was playing with the instrument, and somebody started using a spade as like a percussion instrument, hitting it on the floor of the deck, and you can hit different parts, and it was just amazing. I've started seeing more and more players doing this in the community now. Yeah. So it's just like, it's what people do with the tools we give them.
What's the one about sick? Let's talk about that.
Well, so Joe talked about we brought brand new features to Gamescom, and one of the new features is you can now be sick in a bucket and then use that bucket on other people.
Brilliant. Tactical puking.
It's an important feature.
It's an important part of life.
Because before you get your cutlass out, you chuck some sick at them, they're blinded, and then you get your cutlass out and you
so
go.
it's actually like, that's clever.
It's
it was
strategy.
not just for flair.
Not just for the fun.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
But it is.
Do you have any about insider program? Any kind of information?
Just come and join us. CFP.com/insider. We've got 250,000 plus.
More than that now, yeah. And it'll probably be ticking up right as we speak.
Look at my stats. Look at my stats.
Everybody will get a chance to play the game prior to release as well. If you're an insider, everyone, that's our commitment to the insiders. So
You can be sick in a bucket, and everyone will love you for it. Basically. Unlike a house party where everyone stops talking to you. So anyway, thanks so much, guys. We've got loads of exclusives, big news to come, so stay tuned. But first, it's time for that Minecraft news we've been teasing a little bit about. So let's take a look.
World premiere.
When our developers introduced Redstone to Minecraft, we had no idea what it would unleash. You've built bigger, better, and smarter things than anything we imagined. In honor of your creativity, we've come up with an intricate design of our own. Dirt, grass, redstone, combined in a limited edition form like you've never seen before. For the adventurers, the crafters, and those of you who just love dirt, this is for you. We can't wait to see what you do next.
This is the first time I have this really great console in front of me, and I'm almost, yes, I touch it. It's the Minecraft Xbox One S limited edition bundle, and joining me today is Mary Fitzgerald from the Minecraft team. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And may I say first, I love your earrings.
Oh, thank you.
So
some
little
creepers in there.
Perfect. So this is really a beauty. Let's talk about this.
Oh, we are so glad to finally be able to talk about this. It has been a labor of love of the entire team, the Minecraft team, the Xbox team, all coming together to create this, obviously inspired by the iconic grass block from Minecraft.
Yes, I can tell. I'm just going to turn it a little bit around so people can see.
Yeah, so you've got the grass block on the front, but that's not all. This is the first retail console that has a transparent casing, and we took advantage of that to put in a little Minecraft flair. We have the redstone circuitry on the inside, so that will light up when you turn on the controller or when you turn on the console.
So this red one right here,
yes.
This is what one that's going to light up.
It's got custom Minecraft sounds on startup when you put in a disc, and it comes with the beautiful creeper controller.
Yes, let's talk about those durable controls. I'm just going to give you the creeper one. This one comes with a bundle, right?
Yes.
All right, and this one is extra.
Yes, so also another iconic mob from Minecraft. You've got the pig, and it's not just the design on the front, but there are some little Easter eggs hidden in these controllers for Minecraft fans. You've got the Minecraft font on the buttons, and on the back we've got TNT for the creeper and a little pig's tail.
And a little pig's tail. I love the pig's tails. If you could choose one, like, would you choose one, or would you be like?
Oh, I'd take the pig.
You can't
absolutely take the pig.
So how easy was it to design this?
Well, I think we've wanted to do something like this for a long time, but all of the thought and detail that went into this obviously took some time.
Oh, definitely. But just to be sure, what's in this bundle? Let's talk about that.
So you get the console, you get the Creeper controller, you get the Minecraft game, and that is the Better Together update that includes the cross-platform play and servers for our console players. Also get a free month of Realms and the pack that includes custom skins and textures. So it is a full bundle for the Minecraft fan.
So, and when can we get a hands on this bundle? When is the pre-order happening?
So the pre-order starts right now.
Oh.
And the bundle will be available at retail on October 3rd.
Wow, thank you so much for this information, Megan, and thank you so much for coming. And if, in fact, if you're watching right now in Mixer and you're signed in via your Microsoft account, one lucky fan is going to win one of these very limited edition consoles and controllers. So you're just going to be picked at random. So just keep an eye out on your inbox and you could be the lucky winner. So coming up, we'll be jumping into a stylized cartoon and world with Cuphead. But first, it's time for a world premiere gameplay trailer from our friends at Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Check out the highly anticipated Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
World premiere.
What do they unearth? They are summoning death. But it will be death for all. What is she?
Do you grow? Do you wither?
Italian, we cannot defeat her. What would you suggest I do? Throw down your sword and kneel.
What have we unleashed?
The cry of the forests. Scream of the rivers.
His foe is beyond us, Celebrimbo.
Not with the spirit of Kana at our side.
Yes, bigger and better in every way than Shadow of Mordor. I can't wait to play that. And because we don't want anything to come between you and the Bright Lord, and if you can't wait to get hands on Middle-earth: Shadow of War, we're pleased to announce that these Xbox One S Shadow of War bundles will be available this October.
Nice.
Now, both bundles include an Xbox One S with either a 500GB or a 1TB hard drive. You get Middle-earth: Shadow of War, including the bonus in-game items, Legendary Champions War Party, and the epic Sword of Dominion.
Take a breath as you read this.
You get an Xbox wireless controller. You also get a 1-month Xbox Game Pass subscription, and you get a 14-day Xbox Live Gold trial. And if you want to see more on Shadow of War, then tune in on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. German time for the Shadow of War Legendary War Party. I will be there hosting, and I'm going to gather all my orcs around me. Put together a war party. It's going to be great. Yes,
I don't want to go now.
Absolutely.
Just kidding.
So, Julia, what do you get if you combine Contra with Super Mario World and 1930s hand-drawn cartoons?
RSI?
No. No. You actually get Cuphead.
Yeah.
So let's take a look, shall we?
Every time I see it, I just want to know more about it. It's
I just
really
love
cool.
that music. You know, it gets me every single time. I love it. Yeah, that build.
So we're joined by Maya from Studio MDHR. Great to have you with us. Thank you so much for coming in. And I'm super excited about this game, probably more than most other games, just because it's just so fresh. It feels so, which is weird because it's quite old style, but it feels so fresh and different. So what's happened since E3?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us here. We're very excited to be at Gamescom this year with a brand new demo. So we're wrapping up development right now, and as you are probably aware, Cuphead is a run and gun platformer where you can run, duck, jump, shoot, parry. We also have other levels where you can play as a shmup.
Ah, okay.
Ooh. So Julia's going to talk to you in a second about the animation stuff, but I'm really keen to know more about how the gameplay works and what the kind of gameplay influences are on Cuphead.
Right. So we were heavily inspired by games of the late 80s, early 90s of retro games. So Gunstar Heroes, Contra, Mega Man, and games of that era. Yeah.
And R-Type we were talking about earlier as well. You mentioned that as a big influence.
Yeah, so there are some levels where you do play as a shmup.
Yeah, that messes with your, when you're like, you can't quite understand what's happening, but your body's just like going into like auto mode.
Very
reactive. It's like using the Force, I always think. It's that zen moment where you just
too
tune
fast.
into
You can't actually process it. It's just really, really quick, but you're in that zone. So I suppose we have to talk about the actual style of it as well, because talk about the process in creating the look of Cuphead, because it's pretty unique.
Yeah, so every single frame in the game is hand drawn with pencil and paper, and hand inked as well on paper. So and also all the backgrounds are watercolor paintings, and there's nearly 3 hours of custom jazz music.
Custom jazz. Yes.
It honestly feels like, Maya, that everything in this game, which is unusual for a video game, has been handcrafted, right? There's like real artisanship gone into this.
Right, yeah, we really wanted to maintain, be authentic to the era of the 1930s.
I mean, because obviously, like, older cartoons were a little bit weird, a little bit strange. And obviously, seeing Cuphead, it's very much like that. Was that kind of always the idea from the start, to kind of keep that bit
Most definitely. It was a draw for us, especially to, it was that surrealistic approach to animating where there were no boundaries.
Yeah.
So we really loved the idea where Felix the cat could, rip off his tail and use it as a match to light something on fire.
Yeah.
So that was the draw to basically making very wacky, crazy bosses and enemies.
Because that sort of sounds like, when you say it like that, that sounds a little bit horrific in some sort of way, doesn't it? But it makes sense of that era. It's super weird.
Pretty resourceful as well.
I know. I mean, if you run out of matches...
And we're seeing gameplay on screen here. Now, you can totally see that old school shoot 'em up gameplay. Now, I grew up on those games and I remember them being tough and punishing. Tell us about the kind of difficulty level in Cuphead.
Yeah, so it was designed to be challenging, but we also have some modern nods to make it fair. So your progression is saved, so every time that you sit down to play the game, you're not starting all over again.
Yeah.
You have infinite lives, and when playing in co-op, you also have the ability to revive your partner if they die off screen, if you catch them while they're floating off screen.
Yeah.
We have also designed the game with multiple modes. So there is easy and normal mode.
Yeah.
And then once you complete the game in normal mode, we unlock New Game Plus. That is finely tuned for Elite.
Which New Game Plus always sounds really friendly, but
sounds
it's
innocent,
not,
doesn't it?
Not a friendly thing. But I think, is it right that you can actually switch between the different kind of difficulties for each level?
Yes, so you can play in normal mode for one level, and if you don't have much experience in the next one, you can switch it back down to simple.
Just you get completely rottenly beaten. You're like, I'm not quite New Game mode yet. Not yet.
I can't wait to play it in couch co-op. That's going to be great, right?
Yes. Yes, no, definitely. It's a little more chaotic on screen. Yeah. It's a bit of a bullet hell. But like I said, your partner can pop in and pop out at any time by pressing any key throughout the level. The boss health, it does scale up a little bit when you're in co-op mode, but it also scales back down if you've lost your partner.
Great.
Okay.
I loved the fact that one of our biggest cheers at our E3 press briefing was for the release date of Cuphead. So I need to remind everyone what that date is.
Yes, so Cuphead comes out on September 29th on Xbox One, Windows 10, and Steam.
Excellent. And people here at Gamescom this week are going to be able to play it on the Xbox booth as well, so that's fantastic. Maya, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Right, still to come on the show, we'll hear from Major Nelson, who'll be unveiling something very close to the Xbox team's heart.
I'm just checking, I'm just making sure.
But first, it's time for another world premiere gameplay trailer.
World premiere.
By joining this exciting mission to Mars, you will be part of shaping the future of humanity. You'll get to travel to an inspiring and beautiful new world. You'll research and utilize state-of-the-art technology. You'll construct a dynamic network with extraordinary facilities. You'll develop and sustain an innovative, self-sufficient habitat. You'll get to experience the captivating and energetic weather. You'll live in a prosperous and pleasant community where the relationship between humans and technology has been redefined. And just so you know, the dangers that you might have heard of have been greatly exaggerated. Mars is really a very safe place. Colonize Mars and discover her secrets with minimal casualties.
Some more world premiere gameplay there for you. That is Surviving Mars. I loved Cities Skylines, so it's great to get a first look at gameplay of Paradox's new game set on Mars. Now, it's almost the end of the show, but we've got something really special to show you. You might have heard a little bit about it already, but I wanted to officially introduce you to a very special new member of the Xbox family.
World premiere.
Ago, when we started on this journey, you told us you wanted power. This is absolutely the culmination of all of your feedback and something that we think will truly move Xbox forward. Console ever made.
So there you go, everyone, the Xbox One X Project Scorpio edition. And now, even though he couldn't be here with us, we just had to have Major Nelson on the show, so we thought he would be the perfect person to unbox this beauty. Take it away, Larry.
World premiere.
Hi, it's Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson. I'm really excited to share this with you. This is the Xbox One X Project Scorpio edition that we are announcing today and will be available for pre-order today as well. Now, I have these special white gloves which are going to allow me to dig in and do an unboxing, but I want to show you the box first because this is beautiful. This is the beautiful packaging which leans into the heritage of Xbox. Here we see the Xbox green. For those fans that have been with us for a while, they're going to notice the X on the front. Kind of looks like the original Xbox, doesn't it? Of course, earlier this year, we announced original Xbox coming to back compat, and here you can kind of see it hinted in this Xbox One X Super Limited Edition packaging. So what do you say we jump into it? Let's take a look at what we have in the box. Of course, we have a trial for Game Pass, and Xbox Live Gold will be included. In this box over here, you'll find the stand, which I've already got attached. This box over here, we're going to include the controller. Batteries are included. A high-speed 4K capable HDMI cable. And then we have the console, but not just any console. This is the world's most powerful console. 4K gaming, 6 teraflops. This thing, as you know, is a beast. Look at the front. Look at this beautiful graphic design. We have the Xbox green on both the console as well as the controller. Project Scorpio Edition. This is lovely. All right, now we get a good shot at this. Let me spin it around here so you can see the beautiful, beautiful design on the front, the precision. And the dots is kind of a gradient all the way down. Again, heritage showing the power. This is the world's most powerful console, and you need a design to show that off. And that's what the Project Scorpio Edition does. You can see it right here. Look how beautiful it is. And here we have the controller. You can see it says Project Scorpio on the front. Of course, the Xbox green is there, which is great to see for folks that know the Xbox green with these beautiful premium buttons. Now, I also want to point out that all your existing Xbox One controllers will work perfectly with Xbox One X, and of course, the Xbox One X Project Scorpio Edition. Isn't it beautiful? All right, let's turn it around and take a look at the ports back here. Of course, if you have an Xbox One S, you'll already recognize the ports. They're in precisely the same order as your Xbox One S, so you can drop this into your home entertainment system, unplug it from the Xbox One S, plug it into the Xbox One X. We're gonna make it easy to move all your content over, and you're gonna be ready to go. What's really cool is we have some design touches back here as well. You'll notice that the HDMI out has a little bump on it, so you know when you're feeling back there, you know exactly what port to plug it into. Everything is exactly the same. It's going to be very, very familiar. And that's a look at the Xbox One X Project Scorpio Edition. Now, everything in the Standard Edition is included in the Project Scorpio Edition, but here you get this beautiful graphic, you get the Xbox Green, and this exclusive stand. Now, I'm happy to share it is available for pre-order today, so get your pre-order in because once it's gone, this is going to be gone for good. My name's Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson. Thanks for watching.
Miss Larry.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Are you not entertained by us being here?
Of course I am, but I miss Larry. And by the way, Larry, nice gloves.
Yeah, man of style,
Lovely,
man of style.
I feel like he should have made it appear and disappear like a magician,
Yeah,
boom, console.
Well, I am kind of annoyed that he got his hands on a Project Scorpio before me as well.
Well, you're going to be third in line because right now I'm touching it.
Look at
Okay, this is getting weird. We're just all touching it.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be fifth.
What do you like most about it? I love the fact that we've acknowledged how much our fans loved Project Scorpio as a name. I think it's great that we've pulled that out and we've put it on the front of that
Sounds
Xbox
like a
One
cool
X. I love
Bond
it.
villain. Everyone loves a cool
doesn't it?
Bond villain.
Great.
Project Scorpio.
It was one of the things people were saying to me at E3. They were like, "Oh, Xbox One X is a cool name, but I'm going to miss Project Scorpio." You don't need to miss Project Scorpio anymore because you can get your hands on this.
That never happens though when there's a temporary name.
So true, isn't it?
No one ever. They're like, yeah, good, get rid of that.
Yeah. I really do love the stand though because everybody asked also when we had the Xbox One X announced, like, why is it lying? When is the stand coming? So there it is.
Look at it.
And it's got really nice that gradient on the side from grey to black at the top as well. Looks really good. Really subtle, but really, really nice. It is beautiful.
And very limited.
And very limited as well. So get your pre-orders in. They are live right now. And unfortunately, that is it from Xbox at Gamescom Live. But this really is just the beginning of our week here in Cologne. If you're in Cologne, make sure you come and see us on the Xbox booth and also on the Mixer booth. You'll be able to get hands-on with big games like Cuphead and hands-on with Xbox One X and everything we've showed you tonight. You'll be able to design one of those Xbox Design Lab controllers. It's going to be amazing.
And of course, don't forget myself and Grey. Sorry. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. German time, 12 p.m. Pacific for the Age of Empires at Gamescom Live. Where we'll be travelling through time.
Yes.
Time, sorry. To explore the game. I was told there was going to be reverb to make that sound cool, but no. And of course, there'll be a huge exclusive announcement.
Don't miss it. It's going to be great.
Yes, you definitely don't want to miss it. And I know that Age of Empires are going to be thrilled at what we are going to share there.
Oh, yeah, and thanks to all of our guests. I was just listening, sorry. And thanks to all of our guests on tonight's show. What a great way to kickstart of Gamescom. I'm super excited. I'm excited for tomorrow, actually.
I'm buzzing. And before we all rush off to order our Project Scorpio Edition consoles, no, I'm taking that one. I've baggsied that one already. We're going to leave you with a little reminder of all the great games you can play over the next few months on Xbox. Goodbye.
Bye. See you later.